Ladies and gentlemen, live from Kelvin University, it's The ToKnight Show!
Welcome to The ToKnight Show. I am your host, Jack Droppers. This is the season finale, and we have a doozy for you. John Witte is here, and we'll have a musical performance by Canceled Plans, and also we will be introducing the host for season 2 of The ToKnight Show. But first, let's get to the news. Well, good news for people who like canceling things. That's it. That's the joke. Governor Whitmer announced on Sunday night that Michigan will go into a 3-week pause as an attempt to slow the exponential increase of COVID cases in our state. Many people have argued that this 3-week pause is simply not enough time to make any sort of real change in those climbing numbers. However, as anyone who's ever been told, let's take a 3-week pause before, we know where this is heading. The president of Turkmenistan recently had a 19-foot golden statue of his favorite dog breed built in the country's capital. I'm going to try and pronounce his name. President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov's. I think I got that. The president's love for the Alibi dog breed is so deep that the statue comes after he even wrote a book about this breed. But not to be outdone, America has begun creating a golden statue of the dog that best represents our country. Speaking of canines, you might have seen this, but a town in Japan recently built a giant robot wolf to protect the town from the large number of bears that have recently been wandering into the boundaries of the city. Inspired by this, Calvin is currently building a robo-joust that will scare off any sort of maskless Michiganders or Hope students. Yeah. By the way, can we see who's inside the joust costume this year? Yes, that does pan out. Anyways, we'll be right back with John Witte. All right, welcome back. He is the Dean of Students and the last person who has any sort of firing power over me to be interviewed on the show. Welcome, John Witte.
It's great to be here, Jack. Thanks
so
for
much.
identifying my power over you.
This is the way that I'm having job stability, is I just keep bringing my bosses on.
That's
here
right.
And buttering them up so that they like me more. Speaking of chaos, you have the strange job of being in this role, not only on the Safe Return, is it still called the Safe Return team?
It's called the Coronavirus Response Team.
Okay,
now.
so you are on this team, and as I watched the last night, or by the time this airs, Sunday nights, 2 nights ago, the governor's announcement, I was thinking about that team and how you all have to react basically within 3 hours to make up a new
Right.
plan. How do you go through that without losing your mind?
Practice, right? It's felt that way since last March, from the earliest meetings that we had, and I've sort of been involved in various iterations of that committee, from a response team to a safe return team, back to a response team of some type, and we're always sort of anticipating what's the worst thing that could happen here. So it was not incredibly shocking that changed, and we felt fortunate that it was only a week before we were going to do that remote learning anyway. So, that pivot has been easier perhaps than it could have been if it was middle of October. But so you're always kind of thinking, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. Do you, as you think about that switch, like having that go in your brain all the time, like what's the worst thing can happen? Do you find that like you're just like caught up in that in the rest of your life as well?
No. Well, it's strange. I think I have like a healthy ability to kind of leave work within a work realm of my mind. It's not. I'm doing work at home, so I can't say I can leave work at work, right? But but then I can pivot to my family or to my church and things like that, and try to keep my mind on those things. That I think that's been something that's kept me relatively healthy mentally during this whole thing. So the one crossover here is that I have a daughter who's a senior in high school who is personally affected by the school closings and the athletics. She's heading into basketball season, so that'll have some effect. It's her senior season, her senior year. So yeah, that when it does cross over, it becomes personal that way. I can't just set it aside like, oh, I'm an administrator here, this is just work. It's also family. And I have a son who's a junior here, so he's affected by the same thing. So
do you tell them beforehand, like, hey, we're about to send out this email, don't tell anyone?
No, it was really hard. My son on Sunday was asking me, like, what's going to happen, do you think? Because the rumors were flying, and I said, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. But I kind of had it on pretty good information that that's what was going to happen.
Do you think that they can read you, like, Dad's wearing sweatpants again, we know what's happening?
Maybe I have some tell that I'm not aware of. But
speaking of sweatpants, I want to know about your Corona experience when he first shut down. Like what was going through your mind when that happened? Yeah. Maybe any inconveniences or funny things that may have happened to you.
Yeah, I can't think of much funny, Jack. I robbed my office of an extra monitor and the wires I needed to set up my little shop in my basement, right? Yeah. And
you were a basement dweller too.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sadly.
I did it for the first 2 months, and then Elizabeth, my wife, was like, "You got to get out of the basement. You look like a troll."
Yeah, I probably shouldn't listen to that kind of advice. I was up against just a blank wall. We were cleaning out a room in the basement for one of my sons to live in after he graduated with his master's at Calvin. So our basement was kind of full of trash that we were sorting, not trash, but stuff we were sorting. It looked like a rummage sale, and I had my little desk up against the wall. So that's all people could see was me and the wall. Eventually we cleaned that up, and I was able to go to a more attractive spot. So yeah. I think I wore shorts. I didn't wear socks. I probably for 4 months, never wore a pair of socks.
Yeah.
Wore shorts most of the day. Kind of have kept the informal dress code going this semester too.
Yeah, I felt that too. Of at some point I said I need to stop wearing pajama pants. I need to So I started wearing jeans every day, and I think that I've worn a T-shirt to work more this semester than I have. Maybe even when I was a youth pastor, when you're supposed to wear T-shirts to work.
It's expected. That's right.
Last thing, I saw that you have this box with you. Is there what's going on?
So every year we celebrate a little bit at Calvin some fine work by students, by students particularly in various arts, and they're called the Calvi Awards.
The Calvi Awards.
That's right. And,
yes, I've heard of these.
Exactly. And there were some really significant wins by the ToKnight show.
No way.
Yes, and I'm excited to bring that up now and to present those to a couple of your staff members who are here today.
Oh, this is exciting. The Calvin Awards, the most illustrious awards show on Calvin's campus. I'm so excited. I've wanted one of these forever.
So, in the category of Outstanding Producer of a Variety Talk Series, the Calvi Award goes to Sam Tuitt.
All right.
Sam.
Get him in front of the camera. Come on.
Well, I'd shake your hand, but I probably should not do that.
We can put that in. Smile with your award. There you go.
I'm smiling. You can't tell I'm wearing a mask.
And then in the category of Outstanding Director of a Variety Talk Series, the Calvi Award goes to Adrian Vinstee.
Hey!
Congratulations, Adrian. Well done.
Wow. Oh, you want to? Oh, there you go. Smile. Is that it?
Jack, you had tough competition in the.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to bring this up, but you were up for an award.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
And Jack, you didn't win it. I'm sorry.
Who won Best Talk Show Host?
For his vertical series, that'd be President Leroy.
His vertical selfie series?
Vertical selfie series.
People thought that was better than this.
apparently the Academy of Calvi
Well,
thought so.
this is tough news. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Well, congratulations to former President Michael Roy on your victory. Hopefully there's no hard feelings between the two of us. Let's cut away to some music from Canceled Plans.
Just on the shelves, I settled down. I feel the habits in my home don't stay in place. I grab my suitcase. Let me go from all that I'm not away. Don't look for me, anonymous sanctified. I stay out of mind away. Don't look for me. Oh, 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 I don't wanna go. Oh, 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 I don't wanna go. Hotel room for an interview. City view, I don't know what to do. Coffee's brewed. I have no rules or plans. Let me go from all that I'm known away. Don't look for me, anonymous sanctified. I stay out of mind away. Don't look for me. Oh, 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 I don't wanna go. Oh, 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 I don't wanna go. Oh, 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 I don't wanna go. Oh, I don't wanna go. Living in lies, or you won't compromise. Taking my time, falling behind, still won't compromise. Living in lies, or you won't compromise. Living in lies, not living it. Oh, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna
Thanks so much to Canceled Plans for that lovely song. This is our final show of season 1 of The Tonight Show. And as we look forward to season 2, you can look forward to not seeing this face that much. Because my wife Elizabeth is pregnant with our first child, who is due the first week of February. I will not be returning as the host for the first month of The Tonight Show in the spring semester. Instead, the wonderful Sam Tuitt will be hosting the show.
Yeah.
So Sam, how are you feeling?
I'm incredibly nervous.
I mean, do you feel like you have to live into anything as far as jokes go? Because you have the laugh track, which is a crutch for me.
I don't know. I have like kind of been thinking of jokes at your expense to pull while you're not here. Good. Yeah, I'm nervous. I don't feel like I'm super great at speaking off the cuff.
All right.
But, practice and we'll get there.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you this. I've asked you this in private. You're a senior this year.
I am.
How do you feel like you want to remember spring semester, your final semester at Calvin amidst a pandemic? What would be the best case scenario for that?
That's a big question. I want to be like able to look back and be happy with stuff I enjoy. You know, this is a little bit like ridiculous what
Yeah.
we do here, and I enjoy the ridiculous aspects of it,
Yeah.
and also that, you know, we're kind of doing it for ourselves, which I appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for being the host.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching the ridiculousness from the comfort of my own home as maybe this might be the first television show that my child watches.
That's a big responsibility you're putting on me there, Jack. I don't know how I feel about that.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Thanks again to John Witte, to Sam, to Canceled Plans, to Adrian, to everyone who makes this show possible. It's been such a fun time this season. We look forward to seeing you next semester for season 2. Good night. It could happen.
It could happen. What?
That's the
That
first
we get
show.
season 2? Oh.
That
I think you should put it
I-
on while your wife is giving birth.
Well,
Oh.
she's giving birth. They say that we took this birthing class and they talked about hacking your hormones, that you need to, like, watching something that makes you laugh aids in the birthing process.
Interesting.
So,
This will not aid then.
yeah. So it really depends
Yeah.
on how funny you are.
Oh,
Maybe I have to pre-watch
that's more
it.
pressure, Jack.
Yeah. I also think it would be weird for everyone involved
Yeah.
if you were in the.
Yeah, if you do that, don't tell me.
The doctor's just like, so who is
Who's this guy?
Who's this joker?
Who's this guy? Trust me, she wants the Tonight Show on.
See, that's weird because she's saying she doesn't.
She wants it on. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. All right, you can cut.